and this. Hello, everybody. Welcome along to ERC 100. We are live here in Abu Dhabi, and it is match point here for Bird with one to go. We'll go through all the mathematics of the championship, but it is relatively simple for tonight. As we're getting ready to go here for qualifying, as the time has just gone. Although a lot of people are leaving the session, so I don't know if there's a problem with the lobby or something. Brilliant, that's why. Lobby restart.
What happened?
I'm not sure, but there is a lobby restart already, which bodes well. I am, of course, not alone. I am with yesterday's ERC managers, one of two commentators, Angelo, and you were saying that last night was a pretty damn good race. So what are you expecting tonight?
Hello, everyone. Glad to be here once again. And to answer your question, Casper, it was great. We had some great battling going on. Basically, the entirety of the race, plus we battled for the lead for most of it. So there was a lot going on in many places at the same time. So I'm sort of expecting the same today.
Again, we're not used to seeing the game be we're not used to seeing Abu Dhabi be good in real life, but it does prove to be quite exciting. Generally,
and this, funnily enough, it is one of the most entertaining ones in terms of league racing ever since they changed the layout for 2022. 2022 F1 game. I mean, a lot of fun things that can go wrong or right for you. Could be the last lap and you go on the curve on the exit of fast left turn in sector 2. Like when you spin on the final lap, you lose your second place or third place, whatever the position was. So a lot to look out for there. Get into the session.
Anybody who has just happened to have joined, we are going through some technical issues with a lobby restart because, of course, the game being the game, that does prove to cause some problems. For the side being, again, owned by EA, of course, and EA's reputation is not, how do I say, not good, is it?
EA Sports in the game.
Well, it's in the game, just not very well in it. Let me send you an invite quickly.
Can't they make games like they used to do on the PC back in about 20 years ago?
Back in the old days! You sound like
when
Granddad.
Good times when I was a kid playing Formula 1 Challenge on the PC. Always driving as Michael Schumacher and crashing into other people. Using all assists on, thinking I was the fastest driver on the planet.
Oh, great. That sounds like pretty much any driver. Oh, Joy! Oh, for Christ's sake. Love the game throwing me out.
No.
Again.
But you were in spectator that you could watch before we started.
I was.
Okay.
I was. And then I wasn't.
He wasn't until he got that good narrative for today.
Yeah.
I was in the race until I wasn't.
I was sitting in my bed until I wasn't.
How are you doing now? Where are you now? You're not in your bed anymore?
I am coming. Here we are. I am back. Cool.
He's back on his bed, I guess.
There we are. Okay. I should mention, I did mention the championship battle. And it is match point, Bird.
Yeah, I think.
I've got to love it. basically, the
Oh,
mathematics is taking out clean racing points, fastest laps. Bird needs to get more points than EXO. Any amount, as long as it's more.
what you said?
But that doesn't bear in mind stuff like clean racing points and fastest lap. So that could still very easily keep one of our resident South Africans in this battle. However, it does seem unlikely. And also, hello Gary, hope you are well.
Something in the chat. Someone said.
Joining to session. Right. If I still get kicked out of this one, I'm going to restart the game. Yep. Oh, fuck's sake. Yep. Ladies and gents, bear with as we fix these technical issues. We'll be back in a couple of moments' time. Are we live? We might be live.
We're still live, yeah. We're still live.
We are still live. We've just come back on air. Apparently. I'm just watching the stream and it doesn't look like we have. Because it looks to be still in the Xbox Freeze menu. There we go, we're back. But yeah, so basically the championship picture is it's a 30-point gap, should my maths be correct, between first and second. And with a theoretic 33 points up for grabs for win, fastest lap, all that jazz. It's basically to guarantee that Bird wins, he needs to score 3 points more, which first or second will guarantee.
Alright.
Beyond that, it's a slight bit more complicated, but basically more points pretty much guarantees the championship. He's sort of got one hand and two fingers on the trophy, and he just needs to put those 2 or 3 extras on there.
Does bro have 6 fingers then?
Well, no, I said 2 plus 2
No,
or
I
3 is
know,
4
I
or
know.
5.
I know.
I was gonna say, like,
4.
have I done my math wrong? Have I made myself look like a tit?
I just wanted to make you feel bamboozled, so just kind of funny, not gonna lie.
Thanks.
No problem, always here to help. Oh, I've been to my controller again, so I can tell exactly how people are driving once again. That's lovely.
Oh, hey.
What is that? We have a Kenny's Ghost going out on track, as well as Jack. Just let me know when you're in the session. I'm checking the stream. I'm just gonna make.
Well, I'm joining now.
Oh, okay.
I'm joining the session.
All right.
So, progress is being made, and progress has been made. Let me press spectate. And then we'll be able to see the glories of Abu Dhabi. Don't forget the format is a short qualifying session, and then a full distance race. So, be sure to remember that. There could be, of course, some format changes in the end of season podcast. That'll be sort of end of February time. We'll announce it when it's closer to the date. But it's usually 2 weeks after the final Masters race. And then we jump back into the new season, season 12, for ERC. As we're loading in. And we're on with Kenny's Ghost.
There you go. As Ajax, just in time, Ajax starts his lap. Everyone else is still in the pits, with the exception of these two.
Well, then, do you want to do an onboard?
Oh yes, indeed. I fortunately don't remember the corner names. This is going through now. Is right now at the end of sector 1. Obviously, the new layout, quite a speedy section. That is very difficult for it to get right. Plus, the turning is very important. Good exit down the straight. If my I'd appreciate if my telemetry would work with me. There you go. Right on the edge.
202 miles an hour.
So I couldn't tell him. Oh, he's sliding. He's sliding. I can feel it in my controller. So I'm picking up vibrations again.
I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my bones. So as the musicians say.
Indeed, as he goes into at the end of sector 2 into sector 3, I still don't know the corner names or turn. Obviously goes purple.
He's going into 10 and then 11 and then this final right-hander of 12, 90 degrees, quite open nowadays.
Yep, it's a section I love. Look at him take it. Ooh, that may have been a bit too much curve there for the car. The car didn't really like that. And
nicely
line,
there through 15 up to the
25.4.
25.4.
It's still pretty decent.
How's that?
It's still a pretty decent lap time. He obviously can improve a lot more because it wasn't perfect. I think 24. He could still improve by like about a second. I think. Kenny's Ghost is going through the final section as well.
Yeah, there was quite a few points in Ajax's lap where I thought, that you could easily pick up some time there, especially riding the curbs and then sliding through turn 8. Kenny's Ghost 10th down on Ajax's time. Also worth noting, Ajax was running on the medium tyre instead of the soft.
Okay, so we can see,
there's certainly some ground to be gained. Possibly pushing 24, maybe even 23.
Ooh, purple.
Depending on how we do. Purple, that is just under 2/10 up on his personal best, but he's low on battery, so I doubt he's going to be able to set a good second lap. Breaks in towards turn 7 and 8. Plenty of controversy into here.
Nicely
done.
A lot of controversy,
a lot of controversy.
I do have to say, Kenny's Ghost has a really smooth driving style. It's quite satisfying to see. Very clean. So props on that. It's satisfying to look at. He's done well yesterday.
We've seen. Did he?
Yeah, he's done well yesterday. He's finished the race. They did some consistent lap times, and watching him drive, I feel was watching his own boards. He's a very smooth driver so far. It's nice to see him do his best every week. I'm looking forward to how he can improve each time. With each race, get better and better. I'm looking forward to what the future has in store for him.
Yeah, he hasn't at the moment. He hasn't quite got the pace. But again, hopefully, with time and with all that stuff, you do get better practice. Makes perfect, as they say. Looking on, exactly, that's what I was about to say. Medium tyres into 15 and 16. Final corner difficult to get right. Careful on the curbs. 25.4. New fastest lap, although not by very much. And here comes Shaggy on the soft tyre. This could be a stellar lap from the man who supports Stoke City, unfortunately.
Complete exit
into final corner, and it's 23.605. So I was saying we're going to breach 24, and we did by quite a hefty margin already. And there's still quite a few good qualifiers left to come. Someone like Nathan, Somatic, dare I say, Rookie, now and again. So, there's still space for that time to drop quite considerably. Rikaz going through turn 3. Shaggy, whoa! A spin for Shaggy.
No, that's Nathan.
Nathan.
They have the same helmet, I realised that just now.
Do they?
Yep,
That's not going to be confusing.
They have, they pretty much got the same helmet, yeah.
That's not going to be confusing at all.
Nope. Who do we have? Who do we have on the lap? We have Rick Az, who's moved to Red Bull this week.
Yep. He's been doing relatively all right in the Red Bull as of late. He has
Wasn't
been
he in the
quite
Ferrari
a few races
last
in
week?
here.
I think he was in the Ferrari last week and got a podium.
Possibly.
Possibly, yeah.
I think you might be right on that one. Let me check and verify.
Let me tell him, just go stay with him on the onboard. Has very difficult exit point, that one, but he takes it quite nicely. 6th gear now, full throttle into the final corner. Just tapping the white line, lovely entry there, and he goes second fastest. Just about a 10th and a half.
And he did pick up a podium last time out.
He did, yeah.
Vegas. Worth mentioning also that we don't really have in the 100. There's no set constructor battle.
Indeed, yeah, it's between
it's
tiers.
more sort of, yeah, it's more tiers. So Red Bull and Ferrari are grouped together, so they can chop and change. Pardon me, in between the two, and it does often happen. So it's not particularly surprised that Ricaz is in a Red Bull, but Ajax is out again. A better line through 6 and 7, and then through the kink at 8 down towards the banked left-hander at 9. One of not many corners nowadays that have banking.
Yeah, it's very subtle, but it helps you get that turn just a bit faster. Bank corners are quite cool, in my opinion. There you can take them very fast.
There is honestly plenty of speed to be gained going properly through a banked corner. As we see with stuff like, you know, IndyCar and NASCAR in America, they're not afraid to use a good old banked corner. As here comes Ajax, 1.6 seconds up.
That was
23.8, good lap.
That was a regular lap. And also, when you said banked corners, I thought, oh, Daytona, and then you mentioned NASCAR and IndyCar. Exactly when I thought about that. Speaking of Daytona, and I think next weekend where we have the Daytona 500? I'm not too sure. That's also one to watch out for.
I would imagine so.
It's 18th of February, so it may be next week. It is next week, yeah.
Yes. Ooh, backhand sliding for Nathan, and he still sets a pretty stellar time. It's 23.361, even though he lost control of his car
Max
at
Verstappen
the final
slide.
corner. Hell of a way to end the lap.
Oh yeah, we've actually want to say this. Last night when Master Bear won the race, spoilers there, sorry. He ended up winning the race.
Good. Big up the Master Bear.
Yep, he did quite well yesterday. He was when he was about to cross the finish line, he drifted through the final corner. It looked like he was gonna spin there, but he kept it quite nicely. And just like, oh, Max Verstappen.
That is brilliant. I love when people put a little bit of flair in that sort of stuff. It's brilliant. Here comes Ricaz once again on a lap. Somatic Coast also come out on the lap. Ricaz, quarter of a second up on his own personal best, but that's not going to really push him up any positions because the next person ahead, Ajax, is just under a second away.
We see Somatic Coast has just started his lap in the Alfa Romeo, which I'm gonna miss after seeing the new Sauber car.
Don't get me wrong. Sauber as a team is brilliant, right?
Yes.
That sponsorship is disgusting. I'm sorry. It is.
The idea could be better.
You cannot change my mind. The idea could very easily be better by getting rid of Stake and Kick. Just have Sauber.
Oh,
but
yeah. I missed the blue, the Petronas screen, the blue of the car, and then the Red Bull logo on top of it, and just the white nose cone.
I love that.
We love that.
We do love that. Pasteleo goes 4th, 24.0 as Somatic Coast is on a possible bender.
It's in purple.
Round turn 9, yeah, but as I have recently learned off of Sam, who does many comms for Paddock, he has said that just because it's purple doesn't mean it's
Purple.
fastest.
Yeah.
Especially, basically, just because you see purple on the bottom right-hand side of your screen doesn't guarantee it being purple. But here we
Nice
go.
exit.
In this case,
Oh,
it's
third.
also not the case. Only third place. So still gain some time on the exit, but not enough to get past. Nathan, 5 minutes to go. Shaggy delivered a brilliant battle this time 7 days ago. Mate, that battle with him and MCL was a stellar watch.
Yes.
As Rick has crashed out going around the final corner from what it looks like. So that's his qualifying over.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's, we've seen a couple of people lose the car a little bit. That exit. So
Very easy to do as well.
with the curb how it is now, yeah, it's quite easy. Speaking of sliding, like a little bit of flair, as you see, Shaggy seems to be in a banger once again. Let's go on board with it. He seems to be going quite rapid this time around.
Yeah, just shy of the 10th. Up on his personal best after the first pair of sectors, but here he comes through 15, nicely held into the apex. Late turn into 16, nicely done there. A little bit of curbing, and he's got 23.181, so it is still a Mercedes 1 and 2. But Shaggy has got ahead of Nathan. And then the big question is, of course, what can someone like Ajax or Somatic or Nathan do to challenge? Roman goes 6th just now. So again, not a bad starting point for the Red Bulls.
What else do we see except Roman? And people are on outlaps. Yeah, it was a very good lap time from Shaggy. Indeed, I was focusing on the stream just to see if it was working correctly, so can't get distracted.
I've got it open on my phone as well. It is still functioning. It is still.
So it was on my side the app that just decided to show a black screen for no reason then. Just restarted
Either
it.
that or everybody missed something.
Yeah. That should be good. It's good. It's good. Good quality. It's running well.
Thank goodness for that. Thank goodness for that. What was I going to say? We should probably chat about the guys that don't usually qualify. Exo, Bird and Rookie. Again, championship implications for every point at this point here. Bird does have the advantage, but Exo has gone out to qualify, which is something we don't see often. But is clearly worried about Bird trying to come after him. He's not showing signs of coming out as the other South African, so he's going to be starting at the back of the grid. And I mean, how crucial is that going to be after 58 laps?
Oh wait, no, sorry. I thought somebody. I just thought somebody crashed in the pit lane. It was just Bird coming out of the pits. It looked like the car went through the wall there for a second.
Ah. Well,
Christ.
Well, this is going to be interesting then. We don't often see Bird qualifying. We do now and again see Exo. But then again, not quite too often. Bird's got to go on a hurry up because otherwise he's not going to be able to set a time. But let's jump on board with Exo as he heads down towards the first corner. Then these two are fighting for a championship. And the points gap is 30. It's going to be interesting to see how these guys fight. And also,
wait.
Sorry, I misread this. Somatic Coast is also in this. Somatic and Exo are drawn on points. And Shaggy is technically also in this, hanging by near enough a thread at 181. That is, Christ,
My question.
just over 40 points difference.
The question is Somatic Coast going to be able to get to the finish line in time because it's going to be really close. 50.
I mean, in past few races he's been able to, so I would assume that he's going to try to continue that, but we never know. Anything could happen.
Okay, yeah. Oh, he's managed to do it by a couple of seconds.
Yep.
Cutting more close
Right.
than that.
Right, here comes Exo. This is a crucial time. So 1:24.7, so puts him in 7th place, nowhere near where he would have wanted to start. Who's coming up next? Pasteleo's invalidated. Kenny's coming through. He's down. We'll stay on board with the Ferrari as a moment of relative calm as he comes through turn 14, nice and close to the wall. Don't forget also that Kenny is in a party with both Exo and Bird, so that's going to be a very interesting dynamic for him. And he stays in 9th place. But I imagine Bird is going to have a decent bit of time on his fellow South African, I do believe. Nathan through the twisty section underneath the hotel. Nice exit there, not taking a lot of curb there on the inside of 14 through 15, a little bit of curb there. And then into the final corner, slightly wide there. But still a decent line. It's the first 20, I was going to say first 22, but not quite. It's 23.021. Here comes Bird. He goes 6th place. Crucially enough, he goes ahead of his championship rival. Semantic Coast puts himself in 2nd place. And that is how the championship 3 are going to
so close.
go once. I've just realised the margin as well. The margin between 1st and 2nd is just over 100 of a second. That is how fine margin can be here. 4th and 5th also, 3 thousandths.
Yeah, it's pretty close to field. Also, Ken is also quite close. He's not that far off. He's really not that far off.
2.2. So yeah, just over 2.2 seconds split the whole field. Top 6 is split by just under a second. So pretty decent that overall. I can't complain, but the crucial championship battle is going to be Bird with a 30-point advantage going into this race in 6th place, and his championship rivals both 30 points away. Somatic in 2nd, that is going to be crucial, and Exo in 8th. Ladies and gents, when I say you shouldn't miss this, you really shouldn't miss this. We go racing in about 5 minutes time. Do not go anywhere.
If I see you go away, I'll know.
If we see the numbers drop.
I know who's watching and who isn't. Trust me. You want to be here for this. No, I'm joking. I'm not.
I mean, it's probably pretty easy to find out who's watching, but we're not like that.
I don't know how.
But honestly, don't go anywhere.
You'll miss yourself. You'll regret missing this absolute
titanic battle that is coming down towards the United Arab. I can't even get my words out. United Arab Emirates. There we go. No rain, as expected, because we're in the desert. Because this is the Middle East, of course. However, it does rain on occasion, but not very often. I suppose, I mean, we should really chat about that championship battle, because the fact that we've got 3 drivers within 30 points with an amended point system, like, after 10 rounds, is pretty stellar.
It is. It just shows consistency between the top 3. Is see how good it was over the season. Nathan, wait, Nathan unfortunately isn't in this, right?
He's. I'm trying to figure out 35 plus 23. He's technically in it, but he'd need a Hail Mary. He's technically still in this.
Oh, you never know. You never know. With
Yeah.
Formula 1.
He is 35 plus 23, 58 points away. So you know, it's technically not impossible, but he'd need a lot of stuff to happen both at Abu Dhabi and at Portimao next week. And
Portimao,
Shaggy again. He'd need something to happen because he's 42 points off. And worth reminding, it's 30 points for a win, and then it cascades down from there up until 20th place, which gets 1 point. So everybody gets points as long as you finish. 2 points if you don't pick up any penalties, if you get a clean race. And then a point for fastest lap does still apply.
Yeah, I think that's like all these factors. I think are gonna make a good race today. Quite exciting, and wonder how things will turn out. Being a driver is much easier in terms of if you have to do maths for championship. If I'm a driver, just finish as high as you can.
Just tell me where I need to finish. I don't care about the championship permutation at all. Just tell me where I need to finish, damn it.
What is the position I at least need to finish? You need to win, and the other guy needs to completely retire from the race.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, right, for Bird to clinch it today, ideally, a top 2 finish would guarantee it, as long as Somatic and Exo, either of them, don't finish ahead of him tonight. From there, it's a little bit more difficult, but generally, if you can sort of stay at least 1 or 2 positions ahead, that will still most likely give him the championship, purely based off the fact that so far, at least in the 100, every single race this year, he has picked up those clean racing points. And I doubt that's going to change for tonight.
That's pretty impressive to keep it clean for so many races. So props to him for that. That's not easy to do.
No, definitely not.
Especially not on the pace he is on. He's quite rapid, so keeping the car on track while going as fast as he is, it's quite a achievement. It's really not hard. It's not difficult to exceed track limits once.
Yeah. I mean, it's only when you pick up the penalty, not the warning, so you can actually go once, twice. Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically don't pick up any penalties.
That's still difficult.
Warnings are fine. Penalties are not. That's how that works. I don't know if that was confusing or anything, but it's the penalties that make the clean racing points thing.
And we're ready to go for the formation lap.
I thought for a second we would go straight into the race.
I wouldn't mind.
Right. I would not mind at all. I was slightly gearing up there. Right, tyres. Mediums for the lot, other than Shaggy and Ajax on the hards. But again, mediums for that top 3 in the championship. I mean, listen, you're a racer. You know where the overtaking spots are. Generally, where... Really?
You can make it work everywhere. It depends if you crash into the other guy or not. Yeah.
Okay. Generally easier spots.
The easiest spot. So, turn 1 is a good spot to overtake. Turn 3, 5, is it?
Yeah.
Turn 5, main straight. The second straight. Sorry. Then the chicane, the entry.
So 6.
Having a good setting up your rival in have a poor exit out of that and get a better exit is also an overtaking spot. The straight line, once again, the turn they're going through now also is an overtaking spot. Around the outside and inside, wherever you want to make it work. As long as you have the grip, it should be possible to do. A corner which also is interestingly a good overtaking spot is the one they've just gone through, the right-hander into
the turn 12.
Yeah, for the double left, for double left.
Yeah.
Left. That is if you're close enough and you can stop quickly enough, it's also an overtaking spot, and then you have the final corner as well. I mean, this is possibly the most difficult one to overtake properly at, but you can do. It's possible. I've seen overtakes being made there in not a league I raced in, but mainly I did the overtake there and had no problems going through there. But basically you can overtake almost everywhere on this as we have the lights going on.
Match point Bird as we go racing here in Abu Dhabi. The lights are about to go, and they have done. Nathan is on not a straight line, but Smatic's on an attacking line. He's taken the lead into turn 1. We've got the top line, that's Passaleo diving up the inside of Shaggy into the first corner as they go side by side through into turn 2. Nicely done, keeping it on the track is Shaggy up the inside. Where can Ajax go? Try and get himself through. No, he can't. Bird's going to try and hang around the outside of 5, braking into that hairpin left. Doesn't fight for it. He pauses his front wing in there to try and get alongside, but a better exit for the Haas gets him ahead. So Bird's already picked up a position which is going to be crucial, but there's a battle here for the lead. Somatic Coast is side by side with Nathan braking into turn 6. That is also Shaggy trying to get alongside. Oh, tight as you like through there. Bird also picking up another position. He's going to try and hang around the outside to try and get back ahead of Shaggy. That's Rickaz dropping down. That's why the yellow flags are out. He's going to go up the inside of 8. Down towards turn 9. Can he get up the McLaren as well? Oh, not quite. But Shaggy tries to force it around the outside of 9. Difficult to do, and now he's going to lose the position to Ajax. Yes, he is. Through the swoops at 10 and 11. He's kept it around the inside, but outbraked himself. And he's lost one position. Could almost lose another to Roman. Doesn't quite do that, and that is a lap of Abu Dhabi.
It's not even finished.
And it's not even finished yet. On board with Roman.
No, it's over.
As you see Ajax running almost into Qatar through that section, but he keeps it in 6th place. So crucially, Somatic Coast, who is in this championship battle, just about, is in the lead. Bird championship leader is in 4th place, but Exo hasn't picked up any positions. He's down in 8th, so should the checkered flag have fallen after that first lap, the championship would rumble onto the roller coaster of Portimao. As we go back on board with the Haas. No moves.
Just calm, just keep it calm. Maybe wait for
relatively.
yeah, just keep it as calm as you can get in ERC 100. Because it's never really calm here, but so far people just managing a little bit now. Just get tires up to temperatures and then start pushing again. Have the DRS aid. Which is gonna get.
We're seeing we're seeing a 3-car battle emerge here for 3rd place. Smatic and Nathan, as we do often see, have started to pull away, but Passaleo, Bird and Shaggy 3rd, 4th and 5th as Shaggy runs wide through the second left at 14. That's Passaleo running deep into 15 as well, taking the rumble strips there on board with the Mercedes into turn 1. Not close enough for that, as DRS is now enabled here on lap 3 of 58, and 56 to go. You'd be a fool if you left. If that first lap is anything to go by, you should stay for the rest. Who got pole? It was Nathan McIntyre by possibly one of the smallest margins in ERC history, just over 100th. And Somatic Coast was in 2nd place, but they've now caught up. Let's see, could we see a move for the lead? No, not yet.
Yeah, not yet. That's the key point. Not yet. But this time I think the damage
He's
is
had a good-
enable.
He's had a good drive through 7. Could he get around the outside of 9 through that?
Are we
going
gonna see the outside? Yeah, around the outside. Abu
Yes,
Dhabi
we-
swoop. Nicely done there from Nathan. As
Nice.
something happened at the back. Did McLaren make contact with the back? Maybe.
Possibly, but they're side by side with Shaggy through the swoops at 10 and 11. Shaggy gives way as they go into turn 12. Could he try and get alongside through 13? Difficult to do, but it's been done before, but not quite able to do so here. So, still seeing battles left, right, and centre, as crucially Pasley has dropped off of DRS range, and Bird has now come up into 3rd position.
Yeah, brilliant start from Bird, and see if we can try and get close to the guys ahead and get himself a cheeky DRS assistant, and just try and pull away from P4, and it's gonna favour him if he can't do that, obviously. At the back, seems like Kenny. Look at Kenny. He's keeping up with the guys ahead of him. So good job from him, and it's good to see that
Side by side.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, side by side. Thought Rookie's going to be able to make a move on X, so that's side by side. As Pasteleo and Shaggy, I think, have swapped places. We'll get rid of the position change chart there.
Look at the Somatic Coast going for the lead. Now down the line he goes and makes the mistake before he even properly has to brake. So, good move. Efficient.
I think this is going to be a repeat from Vegas, as we see EXO defending from Rookie. Not the start he would have wanted, nowhere near the start that he needed, as he's not picked up, to be fair, he's not lost any positions, but crucially he's not picked any up. So he's going to have to fight through the pack here.
Ooh, if Ajax goes a bit wide. Tell you what, the fact, I'm going to say ERC Shaggy is keeping up good pace with ERC Bird, even though he's on hard tyres. So looking out for Shaggy. He seems to be on the ball today, or tonight.
He hasn't had a podium in the 100 yet. He's been tantalisingly close multiple times, but hasn't been able to just quite put it all together on a 100 race day, which is a shame. We do see a lot of Shaggy. We do love the Mystery Machine, and it's a shame that he hasn't had one yet. But there is still 2 more races to see the results from, so anything could happen. But let's jump back to the lead. These guys have, well, restarted their fight from Vegas, and is Nathan going to go round the outside? He's going to give it a go. He's made it work. Nicely done. No further fight there from Somatic Coast. He's just going to try and keep it straight. But crucially, side by side with EXO and Rookie. Rookie just pulled away through turn 9. That is a deadly blow to EXO's championship challenge.
Yeah, he needs to find he needs to build his pace up a little bit now. Just try and stay calm and build it up again. Because he is fast. He knows he's fast. He's shown every now and then he's got some very good pace. I think he can get past these lot soon enough. Maybe a little bit demoralized at the moment. Maybe. I think
quite possibly.
Somatic Coast opens up DRS for the lead.
Is he going to go for it though? He does, which is quite interesting, because we have seen in previous seasons and previous races just in general that people lift off going into the chicane and try to save a move down into turn 9 as Ajax and Rookie are swapping places.
It didn't work though for Somatic Coast. It has worked, but you do have to say that Nathan has 100% ERS deployment left at his disposal, while Somatic Coast doesn't even have half of it.
Yikes, that's not ideal for Somatic Coast as Ajax picks up the first penalty of the night. 3 seconds, that's usually for track limits, but multiple warnings could mean absolutely anything. As they head through turn 16 for the 6th time in this race, starting at lap 7 of 58. Somatic Coast in 1st, Bird in 3rd, EXO in 9th. That's how your championship contenders stack up at the moment. Should the checkered flag go now, the championship rumbles on to the roller coaster of Portimao, where it's still likely that Bird is going to win. However, again, this ERC, we could see anything. On board with Nathan, he's going to retake the lead, heading down the back straight into turn 6. Nicely done, but can he pull away, as we saw Somatic Coast do just a minute and a half ago? Braking into turn 6. Nicely done. Is he going to have a good exit? Bit of a rear end wobble there, but I don't know. Has he got the pace? He does look to have, but is he going to get closer into 9? No, so he stays behind. And the move is complete.
Yep, once again, switching positions to 2 leaders. We've had, like, basically, I think almost every race where we have the 2 leaders just having a ding-dong most of the time. Just one lap, the one guy is ahead, and the next one, all of a sudden, the other guy is ahead. So it always leaves the question: who's going to be crossing the line first at the end of the race?
And it is often these pair, at least at the start of the race anyway, who are having a ding dong. So, you know, again, we could see absolutely anything. Gary said it's only lap 5 of 58. Guys, got a lot of racing to do. Yes, there is a lot of racing still to be had.
Oh yeah, 50 laps left still.
Yep. That is a lot of distance yet to be covered. Yells in the first sector. That is for Rikaz. Had a spin through turn 2 into turn 3. Car looks to be intact. So no major damage there. No safety car as yet.
Shaggy gets past Birds for P3. That's crucial.
But he's... I thought he was going to get the switch back there on the exit of 7 as they go through King Cat 8. And Shaggy's going to defend. Where's he going to go? Outside. Bird goes inside. Somatic takes the lead, but Bird retakes 3rd. For now, anyway. Shaggy hangs around the outside. Defends brilliantly.
Oh, big contact
there.
Oh, they've done a Latifi Schumacher there. I hope there was no damage done to any of the 2. Hopefully not.
Very importantly, that hasn't actually caused a safety car and made a controversial end to the race. Unlike the situation with Mick and Nick. Through 15 and 16. 50 to go. Let's see if there's anything happening. EXO's back up to 8th place. So he's charging up the field. Pasleo's just dropped off of Shaggy. He's gone up to 1.3 now. So it's a pretty hefty gap. But let's look at the front. A poor exit for Nathan out of the hairpin at 5. Do you see him losing DRS down into 9?
Wait. I've missed a minute. I think I've missed an overtake.
What do you think you missed?
I think at some point rookie license got past Roman and now he's up into P6, which very good recovery from him.
Yeah, that's...
There's too much going on, I can't keep up.
But crucially for him, it's going to be difficult to make further moves because the rest of the field is 6 seconds up the road from him. Now, of course, we do know Rookie is a very, very good driver. However, and he will probably catch that group up. However, that's not going to be for a couple of laps. Still, starting 10 of 58, we go on board with the battle for 3rd place. Bird and Shaggy into the first corner.
Shaggy obviously putting the pressure on, keeps applying.
He's applying a lot of pressure. Is the Mercedes into 5? No move there. DRS down into 6 and 7. Is a well
Sorry,
at least in this race.
Sorry.
It's all right. Is the most popular race at the moment. We go on board with Shaggy. He's made the move down into turn 6. Is Bird going to try and retaliate? I thought he was under braking for a sec, force him out of the way by spinning him out. That would have done, but no, not a great exit there from Shaggy. They're going to go side by side through turn 9 again. Yes, they do. Shaggy's got the inside, Bird's got the outside, and Bird's actually cleared him before the braking zone even. But he's still going to be 2 abreast on the exit there. But again, medium tyres are still working better than the hard. So progress is being made by Bird. He's managed to retaliate into turn 9 and keeps 3rd place.
It's pace on the hard is pretty good so far, but I think it's just going to get better as the race goes on. Yesterday we've seen the medium and the hard tires work quite well, but since it was a 50% race, you couldn't really tell the difference between the 2 tires very much. So both worked quite well, but the soft tires are the ones that really didn't work properly. They wore down very quickly and only lasted a couple of laps with decent pace. So
Yeah,
I wonder if somebody's going to use them. I wonder if somebody's going to use them today. That's the thing.
We don't often see softs ran until like a couple laps before the end of the race. That's pretty standard, as Shaggy's got ahead of Bird for the time being, but he's still close. He's getting close. I think he's going to get well ahead of him before even breaking for 9. I don't think Shaggy can even consider retaliating. No, Bird keeps the inside line. Shaggy gets close, but not close enough. So Bird up into 3rd, but still not in a position to pick up the championship tonight.
Sliding a little bit there on exit are the 2 leaders. At the moment, things have definitely not calmed down at all. There's still a lot going on as Ajax gets another penalty. Yeah, not good.
Yep, 2nd one, which averaging every 6 laps so far. You know, we could be seeing upwards of 20 seconds, maybe even 30 seconds worth of penalties by the end.
Hopefully not. Hopefully it's not going to be the case. But so far it's not looking too good for the Aston Martin driver.
Currently in 9th place, ahead of him is teammate Exo, as we're seeing Shaggy getting back at Bird, or at least giving it his best shot. No move into 6, 7, but again another popular spot is a 9. I think Bird's just been able to get away on those medium tyres, still working quite well, but Shaggy's getting closer to the left, to the right. Where does he go? Dive up the left, not quite able to do so. Exo taking the standard line through turn 9. And they're still close as you can in through 10 and 11 down towards 12. It is still less than a quarter of a second of a gap, or just over now, as they head under the hotel.
That's a quite unique shaped hotel there, like a razor.
Yeah.
Quite unique. Love the color. Love the design with the colors for that. Hotel definitely expensive as well.
I can imagine.
So far, ooh, look at that. There's a lot of battles going on, and Rookie License is not gaining on past layer. It actually has gone the opposite way. He's lost more time. He was 5.7 a couple of laps ago, now it's 7 seconds.
Yeah, he's lost just over 1 second, plus just while we were talking about it last time.
Nathan waits as Bird gets passed by Shaggy once again. As Nathan decided to be patient and go for. Like, he's managing his ERS quite well. He's not pushing very much. You know, like. My question is, has Nathan won a race this season yet?
I don't think he has.
He's been in a position where he could have won the race, but then something happened to him. He was involved in an accident, or just something didn't go according to plan.
We've seen that. Yeah, we've seen that quite often from Nathan. Hasn't won in the Masters. Let me check managers quickly as well. Where is he? No, he hasn't won managers either. So he hasn't won a race. He's been on the podium a couple times in the 100. Specifically at the last 2 rounds at Qatar and at Vegas, but you know, he hasn't won a race, and I would imagine he's gonna be wanting that win sooner rather than later.
Do we have? Wait. Oh, yeah, he's retired in the pit.
Ah,
FA Jack's deciding that he's had enough for today. I think.
yeah. He's just typing in chat, but something funny that I did just see as these guys are going toe to toe for the lead for now. Nathan ahead of Somatic Coast. Ajax did qualify in 5th place. And he put in chat the famous Jeremy Clark quote, "How, in the name of all that's holy, did you do that?"
What has he done?
Well, he qualified 5th.
Oh, wait.
Ajax is tired, constantly nodding off.
It's understandable.
Yeah.
It's
Perfectly
understandable. Yeah, it's
top 5 in 1 camera shot, which is pretty stellar.
Oh, 30-second time penalty,
S's.
4 past the layout. So, oh look, yes, that's beautiful. I love to see it. I think any of those 5 can win the race if they keep the paces. I think favorite at the moment obviously is Nathan because he's in the lead. But then that switches up every lap because one lap Nathan is ahead and the next is Matic Coast. Shaggy. I think Shaggy is the one to look out for today. Although
Dark horse.
Although your rest deployment is non-existent for him. Can't forget that.
That's going to be a hindrance, but we're seeing a change to the lead once again. Somatic around the outside of the kick at 8 into the hairpin at 9. The bank corner, of course. And nicely done. Keeps the lead through there. So Somatic back in the lead of the Abu Dhabi 100 race.
I'm pretty sure Nathan hasn't used his ERS once this race.
It wouldn't surprise me, to be fair. Also worth a reminder that we've only got 4, I repeat, 4 races.
Into bits goes to my ghost.
So, mediums lasting 14 laps is apparently enough for Somatic to go right. I want 16. A new set of tyres.
16 now.
But you used,
okay. Strange.
Yeah. So, he's had enough of them. Pops on a fresh set of boots, fresh set of hards. As he goes into the only pit exit to go down and under the track, as far as I'm aware.
It's a unique pit exit. That one, yeah.
Yeah, it's a unique feature of the circuit that I actually really like. It's kind of a shame that it's not replicated, but then again, it's kind of not because it's probably really expensive to do.
Probably is, yeah, but Abu Dhabi has redeemed itself as a circuit, especially with the changes. As a circuit itself, in-game, it's a lot of fun.
Has it redeemed itself as a track? In-game, definitely.
Yeah,
it's a very good track.
In real life, I think it also could be a lot of fun. In real, IRL could be... If we have cars that are more close in terms of pace, in real life, I think you can easily have a 5 or 6 way battle for the lead.
Better, yes. Redeemed isn't quite the word for it, I think. With the changes that they made a couple of years ago, obviously, it is much better, right? There's plenty more stuff that does usually happen. But it's... Redeemed is a strong word for that. I
think the
wouldn't
game,
say.
in the game at least, in the game.
Oh, in-game, definitely, yeah.
In the game. In real life, it's much better than it used to be. But Shaggy and Nathan are still staying out. Obviously, Shaggy on the hard, so he's gonna stay out a bit longer.
But Exo's come in. Championship contender number 2 in the pit lane from mediums to hards. He's certainly going to be hoping that he can increase his pace on the fresh set of boots that he does have. Also worth mentioning, Kenny's pitted onto a fresh set of mediums as well. So we've had 4 pit callers now. With Rookie also coming into the pit lane, as we've been full green for the past 16.5, 17 laps. And depending on how you want to categorise it, we'll go back on board with this battle for third, well, second at the moment, but probably around about net third place through the sweepers at 10, 11 and into 12.
So far, strategy-wise, I think Nathan knows that he may be jumped by Somatic Coast, so he just opted to stay out so far, and having so that he can have some very fresh tires for the end of the race, for the start of the stint against. So compared to Somatic Coast, as he does set the fast lap with a 127.738.
There's still some pace in that Alfa Romeo left.
Indeed.
As we'll go back on board with Castellet. He's closest to the car ahead. They both have DRS, yes, but still quite close. The gap has just opened back up, unfortunately, but it's still less than half a second between 4th and 3rd ahead of him. It's down the second back straight. There you go. Finishing at 8. We'll go back on board with Burdick. Can he close up to Shaggy? Not quite. No, stays in 3rd place. Now again, should the checker go now, I'd say he's won the championship here. But again, we've still got 40 to go.
Oh yeah, quite a few laps still left. Yesterday was a very quick race. We started at 9 UK time and finished just about 10 past 10. So no safety cars. I think there was one VSC. Short quality and 50% race. It was a very quick session, that one yesterday. So maybe we'll see the same today. A very quick race with no safety cars. Maybe, perhaps. Who knows?
Roman in the pit lane. So Somaticos back up to 5th place. Let's see what Roman's pitting in for. Into the Red Bull stands. Off the mediums onto the hards. Preferred race tyre, it seems like, for these guys.
So Somaticos just gained 1 second this lap on Nathan. He was 16.5 seconds off of the lead. Now is 15.5. Make it 15.1 now. How much is it pit stop around Abu Dhabi? I'm not too sure how many seconds that is.
It's probably something around about 18-20. Most are. That pit lane exit probably does lose you a bit of extra time as well. But it's still pretty cool anyway.
True.
I know it loses time and all that, but it looks cool. I like it.
Indeed, I do have to agree on that one. The gap is going down very quickly now. It's 14.2 seconds as past third.
Because Bird has gone in the pits. Exactly. So championship contender number 3 has come into the pit lane. Now where is he going to come out in relation to Somatic, who has probably got the net lead? He's going to come out behind him, but how far behind him is the question. Onto a fresh set of mediums. Has he gone out? He's gone out. Okay. Whew, thank goodness me for that. Into the pit exit. Is he going to come out behind Rookie now is the question. He's going down in towards turn 1. I think he'll still be fine. Rookie there on the top left-hand corner of your screen for a brief smidge. But he is ahead by just under 3 seconds of a gap. However, new mediums against slightly used hards. Yeah, it's going to be a tight battle, that.
It is. It's going to be very open towards the end, so I think it's also going to be a strategy race because pace at the top is so close. I think really is going to have to boil down to how good are your tires towards the end. So we have nothing really happening at the moment. Things have calmed down considerably since I think a couple of laps ago.
Which is why I'm going to say lap 21 of 58. Nathan has just come into the pit lane, so Shaggy has got the race lead at the moment. As fresh mediums are put on the Mercedes.
Ooh, so he has to stop again. So he needs to. If he's made these tires last 21 laps, just about, he can go up to lap 42 and then have soft tires for the last 15, 16 laps. I think those...
Could you, though? That's what I was going to ask. Could you pull a set of softs for 15, 16 laps around here?
Oh, you can do that. You can. You can. Especially if it's at the end of the race, you have a light car. You have a lighter car. Slides around a little bit less. Temperatures are cooler because it is a 100% race. The sun is going to set completely, and that also increases pace. Cooler track temperature is something F1 cars like this year's game, and pace-wise, it's just going to go up from there in terms of speed.
I think the crescendo to this race is going to be absolutely stellar. On with your race leader, heading in towards 13. You can just about see him. He is a black car, so it might be difficult to see in amongst the dark tarmac, but I assure you he is there. I can see him with my very own eyes through the final corner. Nicely done.
I can't see him.
Lap 22 of 58. Go get yourself some glasses then. I don't know what Swiss opticians there are.
I can only see the tires.
Ah. Well, he's on hard tyres.
No, he's on the mediums.
No? Shaggy?
Yes.
What are you on?
Shaggy's on mediums on my screen. Oh, he switched. Oh, there's just... No, wait. So he's far away, he's on mediums, but when he gets close, he's on hards, and then when he gets further away from the camera, it's on mediums again.
Oh, is this the game being the game?
Yes, it's the Houdini switch.
Right. Okay. Cool. Thank you for that. That's not confused me in any way, shape, or form.
Trust me, trust me. If you've played F1 2015, you probably may know the glitch where you go out of the pits and all of a sudden your tires are a different compound as what you pitted for. It's happened to me once, and it wasn't funny because I had to pit again because tire rules.
That is, yeah, that is unfortunate. Which one? 2015?
Yes.
Ooh, I might have done. A long time ago.
Oh,
I
yeah,
remember I played stuff like
game.
2010, 2011. But then I can't say I remember any of the other stuff that I have used and have played as Nathan 27206.
Yeah, he's rapid on those mediums. He's fresh, tasty.
As
mediums.
Also, fun fact, I do remember playing F1 2010 on the Wii.
I didn't know it was a game for the Wii.
It is a game for the Wii. Quite a few of the older F1s were also on the Wii.
Okay, cool. Didn't know. That's another interesting fact for today. People, if you have a Wii, you can play F1 2010.
I think there's quite a range that you can play. I think 09, 08, and maybe 11 at least. But I'm not actually. I'm gonna Google it because I'm curious now because I have a Wii back up north at home, and
I'm
I might
going to
get
play
myself.
I'm gonna play F1 on a Game Boy someday.
Do they have F1s on the Game Boy?
Yes, F1 2002 by EA Sports was made for Game Boy as well.
Ah, F1 games on the Wii.
On the Game Boy. As so far, as Casper is searching for the Wii, Nathan is reeling in towards Somatic Coast. He's reeling Somatic Coast in at an absolutely alarming rate, as Pasteleo is quite defensive. Around the outside is forced to go Somatic Coast as he gets a nice move done around the outside, but Pasteleo says no. He disagrees with the overtake attempt and just gets past him again on a straight. Question is Pasteleo gonna wait a little bit? He's gonna let him go ahead, just run wide, Somatic Coast. It doesn't affect his exit though, because he's still pretty quick. But the McLaren is rapid down the straight around the outside. Is he gonna make it work on those mediums? No. So, Somatic Coast is past the way up quite nicely indeed. Good overtake.
Nice overtake that, yeah. I must have got confused with a different game because, as far as I can tell,
F1 2009.
It's only F1 2009 that was released on the Wii,
Exactly.
and also has a better Metacritic rating than on the PSP.
Well, that's hilarious.
As actually Shaggy and Pasley have both come into the pit lane, and F1 2016, I think it was, 2016, was also available once upon a time on mobile.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that now. Yeah, true. It was. And then older games, I think, as well. F1 I think F1 2009. Or was that F1 2010 and 2011 that were available?
As far as I could see,
On the mobile.
2009 was only PSP and Wii.
Because I remember there was F1 2010 for the mobile as well.
Oh my word!
That game was so glitched, my guy. I swear. All I did is I never went off the accelerator. I kept accelerating. And what I did, I just turned my phone so quickly that the car just turned full throttle, even if it was a hairpin. It was a hairpin.
Oh wow!
So I took the turn flat out, even though it was a hairpin. Hilarious.
So
man.
what? So what? 2009.
2010 on the PM.
2010. Hold on, we've got side by side with Exo and Roman around the outside, nicely done. Down in towards turn 9. So Exo's moved up to 7th place. We'll actually do also a championship check. Somatic in 1st, Bird in 3rd, and Exo in 7th. Bird has a 30-point advantage on Somatic and Exo, but it is 30 points for a win. But there is also a couple extra points, so he'd need 33 points of a gap by the end of the race in order to guarantee himself the championship. But that would not happen, and it would be a Bird versus Somatic Coast showdown on the Portuguese coast at the international circuit of the Algarve, better known as Portimao.
That's going to be a fantastic venue to race at, especially with the long straight they have there.
Yeah.
And ERS.
I never really thought of Portimao as having a long straight, I'll be honest.
Well, it feels long because you need to run quite a bit of downforce in that circuit, so
Yeah.
it is pretty massive. I can't say that it's not the longest straight, obviously. It's not really anything, but it feels extremely long.
Yeah. I know some people call it a better Barcelona.
I think Barcelona is good
Which-
in its own right, especially with
Yeah.
the changes they've made lately. They've gone back into the older layout version which is, I think, one of the best things F1 have done in
Oh,
in a quite a
definitely, yeah.
while. I've been waiting for that
Um,
since 2016. That the day they would revert to the old layout.
Yeah. But I don't. I think calling Portimao better Barcelona does Barcelona a disservice because it's a decent track in and of itself. It's
Yep.
okay for F1, not the best, right? It's okay, but then for pretty much any other kind of racing, and it's pretty good.
MotoGP, if you've known, I think you know about Valentino Rossi's
Yes.
last lap overtake into the final corner in
I was
2009.
going to say it's not even last lap; it's last corner overtake.
Yeah.
Doesn't even give Jorge Lorenzo a chance to retaliate down
Yeah.
that front stretch. And don't forget, they were using what is basically the current layout of F1. So they were using the two sweepers at the end. The L's on the second sector. Is that Kenny? That is Kenny inside of 5, but he's out of the way. But he might lose a position to Rickaz.
Hopefully
Think
they've got
he's
no
still-
damage.
I think he's still safe. He doesn't look to have had any damage. At least any major damage.
Right. For the time being, the other battle we have is ERC Shaggy against Rookie License. But I want to focus on the lead now because look at that. Nathan McIntyre is knocking on the door of Somatic Coast's P1 position. Just 1.3
yes,
seconds.
he is. He's really close up that gap because it was about 7 seconds earlier, wasn't it?
It was. And he's stayed out 6 more laps than Somatic Coast. And that's really playing into his favor at the moment. He's closing up like no tomorrow. So
yeah,
far.
he's got slightly fresher tyres, which are working an absolute treat for the Mercedes. Remember, he hasn't had a win. He's only picked up his first couple of podiums in the last 2 races here at the 100 at Qatar and at Vegas, which, good grief, Vegas in and of itself was a hell of a race. That race will actually, when I get to it tonight, will be uploaded tomorrow at some point onto the YouTube channel at International Paddock, of course. So that will be uploaded tomorrow tonight when I get to it, posted tomorrow. So, you know, if you have a spare 2 hours to kill, give it a watch because it is a hell of a race.
Definitely, I suggest you do because we had Jill Villeneuve and René Arnoux reincarnated into the game in that race. So
Yeah.
please watch it. It's as also what we need to watch is Leeds at the moment because I was
Yeah.
distracted there for a second.
I was about to say that's why you heard me go ooh for a sec because I thought they were going to overtake into turn 5 and that would have been a brave move for Nathan, but is he going to go for him down towards
No.
turn 6? No,
He's gonna wait.
slightly too far away.
Why-
Waiting towards turn 9.
Why rush a move if you can just easily do it in the next straight? But the thing is, I think Somatic Coast has quite a decent amount of straight line speed, but it doesn't seem to make a difference because Nathan just blasts past the Alfa Romeo for the lead, and I think he's going to keep it for a while now.
Especially with those fresher tyres, I think Samatico is going to be able to get a little closer, but it obviously depends on whether he has DRS. Remember, 2 DRS sections on this circuit, out of turn 5 and out of turn 7. But there we go. We'll see what the gap is. Yeah, it's over a second now. I doubt he's going to have DRS, and it is possibly Nathan's. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Nathan's best opportunity to win a race. I know he has to pit again, but
I mean, to be fair, so
the
does Somatic
opportunity is
Coast.
there.
Somatic Coast has to. I'm sure he has to pit again as well because I don't think he can carry these tires for 45 laps. That's
Well, another man that's certainly going to have to pit is Pastelé. He's put on softs 5 laps ago. I don't think he can carry Sauce for 33. But I will happily be proven wrong on that front.
We shall see, we shall see. 45 laps is a big ask of the hard tyres. Yeah, they can last very long, yeah, but
Yeah.
it's just, the question is, yeah, I can stay on these, but is the time I'm gonna lose greater than a pit stop?
Yeah.
Or not? Would I be faster if I pit in and then blast some fastest laps after fastest laps in a row, fresh tyres, so I gain the time back? Or I stay out and keep track position, but then I risk having a performance drop off.
Pastelea had a rookie as battle for 5th place. Brand new, well, relatively brand new soft tyres for the McLaren. A rookie in 6th place, so I was going to say he's in the top half, but not anymore. As he was just overtaken. Is there anything else that's going to be happening? Roman and Exo getting up close and personal. That's for 7th place. Exo, should the checkered go now, out of the championship battle. He's going to have to settle for 2nd at best. And it would be Somatic Coast and Bird battling it out in 7 days' time. Also, don't forget, for any of our regular viewers that also enjoy FSC, that's off this week. The guys are preparing season 7 to start next week in Bahrain. Calendar was announced on the International Paddock Instagram account. And International Paddock are going to be fielding a team there as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how the guys get on. We'll be cheering them all the way as we're just seeing Exo and Roman head towards turn 9. Lap 32 of 58. Nathan, Somatic Bird, you're 1, 2, 3. Shaggy, 4th. Yes, you were.
Such an idiot. Sorry.
Pasteleo in 5th, rookie in 6th, then here 7th and 8th. Closest battle on track at the moment. Ricaz 9th and Kenny in 10th place. Ajax pulled out of the race early on due to feeling pretty tired and not wanting to crash into any other cars. He decided, you know what, I'd rather not, and just stood back, which is completely fair enough. I'm not saying it's a bad move.
Yeah, it's fair enough. I'll share an experience I had once. Fortunately, it was in career mode, so no damage is done to real life people playing the game. You can just, I was playing career mode as we were readying up for an overtake, maybe by Roman on Exo. In DRS. If I was doing a 100% race of Monza again, F1 2015, it was almost 10 years ago, almost. And I fell asleep midway through the race without realizing it. Wake up in the morning and I see that I'm disqualified.
Yeah.
Standing on track still. Something that can happen very easily. You can just nod off easily while playing racing games.
For anybody interested in SimTech as well, it's Wise Shaman, Bish and Chrism 1, 2, 3, lap 12 and 50 at Vegas. We've got Sam and Mike on that one. That's on the main channel on international_paddock, but we're here, of course, in Abu Dhabi, delivering up some fresh, hot action. There's a battle for third place? Yeah, 3rd place. That has redeveloped with the same actors that have taken the stage for Act 2 here in this battle. We'll see who's going to fight their way to the top on board with Pasteleo in 5th, Shaggy in 4th, getting close. Try the inside, not quite close enough. Into 6, nice run through there, into 7, 9 is a possible opportunity through the kink at 8. We'll go back to the off-board camera. Well, he's not quite close enough. Careful with Basileo in the background, but he stays in 4th place with good defence there from Bird on the Mercedes. And we've got, well, hopefully another 26 attempts of this.
It's still a long way to go, so hopefully we do get the action we'd love to see. Oh! Past the Leo, a bit closer to the wall there, and exit off the corner. Bird now being really put under pressure. Shaggy is applying the blowtorch to ERC Bird's gearbox.
Ooh. Applying the blowtorch, very nice. And we've got to be careful for Pasteleo in the background. He is very, very close, pretty much up his diffuser, taking a peek and seeing what he's got under the hood. But as we go through the hairpin at 5, it's the 34th time these good guys have been down here. Could we see 3 wide down the back straight? I think we do. Not quite. Bird's dropping down both positions. We can go back on board with Pasteleo. Could we see these guys go side by side into 6? He's trying to force his way in, is Pasteleo. But Shaggy's defence around the outside has worked wonders for him. Let's see if he can continue this down towards turn 9. Under the bridge they go. And we go back on board with Pasteleo. That's move 1 done. Can Bird get closer? Try, but he can't make it work. So Pasteleo, he's picked up 2 positions, and Bird's lost the same amount.
They basically reversed positions, per se. But Shaggy remained where he was, and Pasteleo moved up. So pretty impressive considering it's on the soft tires. He still has quite a decent amount of pace. So far, I would want to point out that Nathan McIntyre has gained a total of 15 seconds on Smiley Coast, where he had to gain 7, pass him, and now he's gained almost 7 again, so it's almost 15. It's actually almost 14 seconds there, gained in pure pace.
That is some pretty stellar gains, just in general, considering the fact he pitted, what, 15 laps ago, give or take?
Yeah, it's depending on lap 21, so...
Yeah, he's ran 14 laps on those mediums, so that's about right. But let's go back on board with this battle for the podium. Shaggy to the left, turn 6. Can he outbrake him? Oh, not quite. Pasteleo going deep, going late. Round the outside, can he make the defence work? Forces Shaggy with a poor line through there. And they're going to go side by side with Bird. See if the toe-to-toe dancing is going to work on board with Bird. They go side by side through kink at 8. Let's see how turn 9 works. See, the outside line has worked for both of them. But Shaggy's got the advantage down the low line through the inside. As Shaggy's picked up a 3-second time penalty, that is going to be crucial. Once the race is over, that could be a couple of positions. As these guys head under the hotel for the 36th time in this event. And it's, you know, the race is simmering pretty nicely.
And I still think we're going to get a battle for the lead towards the end. I'm still convinced we'll get that too. But so far, quite interesting. I think we have something going on for P6 as well.
P6 is crucial for EXO because then he could be right on the coattails of Bird and could theoretically keep himself in that championship battle if he can get himself up towards 6th place. It's going to be tight. Regardless, we head through 3 and down the hill towards turn 4 as we go back to this battle for 3rd place. Shaggy retakes the podium, something he hasn't had all season in any ERC competition, that's not something we usually see from the man up north. Rikaz picks up a time penalty for multiple warnings. Shaggy's going to defend on the outside. It's worked for him with Bird. Can he make it work with Pasteleo? He's going to force himself around the outside, but I think Pasteleo's still got more grip on those soft tyres. And he's made that work. So Pasteleo up to 3rd place. Rikaz has retired. Looks to be in the pit lane, so no safety car for the time being. As we're down to 9 out of 11 racers through towards the final corner, starting lap 36. And yeah, this is proving to be a pretty good race.
True, indeed. It's been quite hectic so far, and it's still hectic. As yeah, Roderick is out.
Oh! I was going to say, whoa! What
massive...
happened there? Safety car, 5-second penalty for Pasteleo for a collision with Lord Rickaz. Was that the Red Bull in the way?
That may have been the case. That may have actually been the case. That actually may have been the case because he retired in the pits. I think the AI may have come out of the pits and they weren't expecting it. Because it looked very weird. Let me just clip that for a second.
Yeah, clip it, because
I
clip it
can't.
and have a look, because
I can't because my space is full.
Record what happened. Oh my god, we'll watch it later. Because that looked dodgy as hell.
Select all.
I think you're right. The AI must have come out with from the pit lane, which, to be fair, for Pasteleo is not a bad thing because he can't have ran soft till the end. He would have needed to pit at least one more time. But as these guys all filter through the pit lane, he's going to lose much more time now because of the fact that he has got to replace the front wing as well. Do not forget that.
Yeah, he does.
Kenny, I'm just looking at Kenny. Could he possibly unlap himself? I don't think he can. He's going to be in second place on the restart. He's just ahead of Somatic Coast. So I don't think he's going to be able to unlap himself. Which is unfortunate. Let's see what these guys are using for the final stretch of this race. It's a mixture of mediums and softs for the time being. Rookie, we expect to pit on the second lap, as he often does. So that 5th place is deceiving, although he might not, considering, again, he's just pitted for a fresh set of medium tyres only a couple of laps ago. Mixture of mediums and softs. Softs for Nathan, softs for Bird, he is on the attack. And softs for Pasteleo, or is it mediums for Exo, mediums for Roman, mediums for Shaggy, mediums for Somatic Coast as well. So I think this championship battle is really going to hot up towards the last 20 laps here.
Hold up a second, I'm still trying to fix it. I think I have. There you go. Wait, just give me a second.
I mean, if you've got it.
Oh, even though I freed the space, it's still telling me that there's not enough space, even though I deleted like 100 clips just now. So I love Xbox being operative.
Well, Xbox being Xbox, what can I say? Lap 38 of 58. We reckon there's been a car that had pitted, retired in the pit lane, create an accident for both Shaggy and Pasteleo, but their positions do remain unchanged, or at least will do, and once Rookie comes into the pit lane, which we do see.
Yeah, Steele
now.
Steele has said that clipped it, and indeed it was what Rick's AI car that went back on the track and then beat the drivers there.
Yeah, that's a weird one. Thanks, Mike, for that. It's a big problem, right? Retiring in the pit lane is the safest thing that you can do, right? If, let's say, you've got to go, or you can't race, or you just don't want to race, retiring in the pit lane is the safest and the least consequential, normally, way to do it. But then we see cars out on track causing all sorts of mayhem, all sorts of bollocks, I'm going to say, all sorts of problems. And then we end with situations like this. But that's for Cody's to fix, not for me. I I did computer science, but my skills are nowhere near what is required to build what is regarded to as a AAA game. So we'll just leave it there because.
Ooh, another revelation actually. Savannah Coast has tapped in the chat that the safety car has saved him because he was underfueled.
Oh.
So maybe that may explain why he wasn't as quick as I was expecting him to be. So
that might. Well, if that's the case, I assume there's going to be quite a few drivers that are going to be saying, "Thank God for that," because we do often see some drivers underfueling. But good grief! Yeah, Somatic Coast has been saved by the game, as it turns out. We'll go on board with the Alfa Romeo, see when Nathan McIntyre goes. He's got to be careful for Bird in the back because Bird's got the soft tyre. This is going to be interesting. This is basically a sprint event within an actual race. This is going to be brilliant. There goes Nathan. He's gone. Not quite early, but not late either. Into the final corner, starting lap 40 of 58. 19 to go. And it is Nathan, Somatic Coast, Bird, 1, 2, 3. Shaggy has come in 4th place. They split off from Pasteleo in 5th, Roman in 6th. Exo on his coattails in 7th, and Rookie in the background. We have Kenny as well. He is on the hard tyre. I imagine has just had to pit for a fresh set. Out of the hairpin at 5, and Nathan automatically goes to the left side to try and defend. Is he going to be weaving a little bit? No, not quite. Moves back to the racing line. On board with the Mercedes in 4th place. Can he get past Bird? No, not quite able to do so. Into 6th. He goes a little deep into braking. Goes hard, goes soft even. Working nicely for the Haas. Now his big championship rival is ahead of him. He overtakes him. He keeps 2nd place. That, I do believe, would be championship done and dusted, which would be a pretty good finish for a year for this season for Bird, clinching the season a race early under the hotel for the 40th time, and that is once again a lap at Abu Dhabi.
And it's not even finished yet.
And it's not even finished yet. Nathan's pulled out already a 2nd on the Somatic Coast. Bird is there in 3rd. And Shaggy's still on his coattails. Bird is 3rd, but Bird wants to be 2nd, so he can be 1st.
Yes, makes sense.
Yes, I was about to say, does that make sense?
Yes,
it does. Okay. Whew. He does need a 3-point advantage on Somatic and Exo to guarantee the championship. Otherwise, he has to wait for clean racing points and fastest laps to come through. That can take a little bit of time. There goes Shaggy. This is going to be a crucial blow to his championship chances if he wants to take it tonight. Bird's going to hang it around the outside. Nicely defended there. But could that lead to a poor exit out of 7? He's still got a good exit out of there. Fair cop to him. I give him that. Then it is down the run into turn 9. Inside, outside, up, down, high, low, however you want. We can see moves all over the place here. Pretty much. You can see him sideways as well. But Nathan, hello. Now this is going to be big. Nathan, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings.
Yeah, I was on board with him. I just saw it. I was like, oh, no, I already started cringing there, and then it happens. It's not good for him. Not good. All of them are out of ERS deployment as well. They're on 8. They're on 6%. Both of them. What have they done? They're really pushing for the fastest lap, are they? Yeah.
I don't even think they're pushing for the fast lap. I think they're just trying to get away from Bird, which on the soft tyre, Bird is an absolute monster and a half. So this, I think, 0%. Is going to be quite a tight ending.
0% for them both in terms of ERS deployment.
That is possibly the worst place you could end up with 0% ERS. Why? Because then 7th and 8th gear don't work as efficiently down this back straight. And and Bird is going to be coming after you like a hawk. Into 6 and
He's also
7.
blinking, though. He's also blinking. The question is, which tires are the better ones for this stage of the race? Like, is it? Are the softs better? The mediums better in the long run? That's gonna.
Well, it's the safety car period, post safety car period was like 21 laps. So it's sort of like in the middle kind of thing. I'd say mediums possibly at the end, but maybe the softs have still got the advantage. I don't know. This is going to be brilliant. It's a 3-car battle for the lead. And I hope that you can stay with us because, my word, what a race we have had.
Oh, we also have quite a scrap for P5 at the moment, by the way. There's quite a big gang of cars there as well, so we have plenty of action so far.
Pastelay's coming to the pit lane once again. Is that some sort of damage on the McLaren? No, he's retired. Let's hope he doesn't actually cause any more problems. I would hate for that to happen. He's not come out of the pit lane. Is he staying there? I think he will be. He's come out again. I think everybody's just going around now, so we'll be okay. Top 3 split by second and a half.
That's
less
gonna be
than
the
that
question.
now.
That's gonna be the question of today. Will the mediums be faster than the softs? Will the softs last to the end? Stay tuned. Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. No.
Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly run through the field. That is Pasteleo. I was gonna say Pasteleo who parked himself in the exit of turn 4, which is possibly the worst place to park. At least one of. Exactly. Thanks a lot for that. They're all okay on fuel, but they're all low on. At least the top 3 are low on power. By power, I mean battery. But these top 3 are sort of stringing away a little bit. They're all just under a second apart. In fact, Bird just over. Don't forget, Bird needs to beat Somatic Coast and EXO. He's beaten EXO quite heavily. But Somatic is still ahead of him. He needs to get ahead of him by 3 points to guarantee that win of the championship as they head down in towards 6th and 44th time in this event. Nicely done by the top 3, keeping it nice, calm and controlled. This race is going to end up brilliantly, I think.
I don't even know who's going to win. That's the thing. I love when I don't know who's going to win. I love it.
And that's why we love ERC, because it's... Okay, last season, we'll ignore last season, but pretty much every single other time, you don't know who is going to win. And that's why it's brilliant.
Was it MCL that you talking?
Yep.
Aye.
Yep, well, that is exactly what I was talking about.
Oh well. This season, in D100, we never knew who was going to win the race up until only a couple of laps to go. If we even got a couple of laps, he may even have been on the final lap as well. Remember Silverstone?
Yeah, I was going to say Silverstone, Vegas. So, you know, right, here we go. Kenny has retired.
Safety
and
car.
It's a safety car. And believe it or not, is the exit of 14. Car's been removed, so we're all well and good. But safety cars breed safety cars.
Was that a Latifi corner?
That was the Latifi corner.
Unfortunate for Kenny there. It can happen.
Unfortunate.
Can happen to the best, so keep your head up.
I wouldn't
exactly
call Latifi the best.
No, I didn't mean because it happened to Raikkonen. It happened to Raikkonen.
True, it did. Okay.
It happened to Vettel as well, so I guess.
Yeah, okay, fair. You've redeemed yourself.
I was meaning in the game as well, you know. It's not just real. Kenny, if you look at the stream, don't worry about it. Accidents happen. You'll get your next chance
love you,
next
Kenny.
week.
Love you, Kenny.
Try again next week,
yeah.
and you'll do amazing. I already know you will. Just keep at it. You'll do good. Someday you'll be up there fighting for wins as well.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair for Kenny, right? What races has he done so far?
Who's got penalty?
Ooh, hello. That's interesting.
Couldn't
Birch
see.
just picked up a 3-second penalty for track limits.
Did he go into the pitch too late? Or did you just... that's a bit stupid. That's a shoot from the game. To hand him a penalty like that there in the pit entry.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the races that he has done. That Kenny's done. He's done Hungary. He's done Monza. He's done Japan, Qatar, and Vegas. At least in the 100. That's not the easiest clump of races.
True. That is true. So.
Okay. Monza's pretty simple, right?
But it's,
and Vegas is relatively simple, right?
The lack of downforce that you need to run makes it very difficult. So compared to other circuits, so.
But then you've got Qatar, Japan, Hungary, and Abu Dhabi. Like that's not the easiest set of.
Either, yeah. Like no circuit is really that easy to be. Of course, for people maybe like really best drivers in the world think this track is easy, and that track is a bit more difficult.
Yeah. No, they're all meant to be. Each track has its own challenge. That's how.
True. Indeed, that is correct.
Right. So we are down to 7. Somatic ahead of Nathan, ahead of Bird. Now, crucially, there is that buffer for Somatic Coast going down on the safety car restart. However, he's the only man on mediums. And they're worn as well. Everybody else on a set of brand spanking new softs.
Yeah.
Was this a mistake?
Yeah. I don't think he had anything else to do. Because he already used mediums. He already used the hards.
I would imagine he's still going to have a set of softs to use, though. No, so couldn't he come into the pit lane and do that?
Because
they were all
sure, depending if his softs are worn. Depends on how many laps he did.
Because they were all sort of clumped around turns 3, 4, and 5 when the safety car came out, so he would have had at least a minute to set that up, right?
I will see what thought process is afterwards. See if that works out. And maybe he still has time to hit. No, he does not. I don't think he has.
No, he does not. No. They're all far too clumped up. So this is going to be very interesting, I think. 11, assuming safety car comes in this lap, 11 laps on full soft action. Well, almost full soft action. Except for Somaticos, who is on a slightly worn, harder compound. This could... And
Spicy.
here we go.
Actually,
Don't forget though, yes, the penalties.
He's the only one without a penalty in the top 4. Oh, sorry.
And crucially, Bird is one of them. And again, we've been mentioning it all night. Bird needs to finish ahead of Somatic Coast to have any remote chance of both Somatic Coast and X to have any remote chance of winning the championship.
Today, yeah, already. So.
Tonight. Otherwise, it rolls onto the roller coaster at Portimao. And when does it go? I think he's going to go quite late. Going into turn 15. He's still warming his tyres up, and there he goes, just before the final corner. Nicely done by Nathan. So, your running order out of the safety car is Somatic Coast, Nathan, Bird, Shaggy, Rookie, Exo, and Roman. 1 to 7 as they head into 1. We'll go back on board with the Mercedes. Now, theoretically, the first overtaking opportunity is into turn 5. Is Nathan going to go for it? He's got softer tyres. He could if he wants to. Doesn't go for it. Thinks better of it. And then don't forget, DRS is not active for the first 2 laps, so we aren't going to see too many moves, but we could see some people looking, considering, thinking left, right, where could I go? Bird's closing up on Nathan. Could he get to the left? No. He has a look, certainly. And so does Rookie on Shaggy, but but you could look, but you can't make a move, is what Shaggy said to the Ferrari behind him. Is Bird closing up on Nathan? Can he make it work into 9? No. I thought he did for a brief moment there, but a little too far away. Still, Samatico's holding his own very, very nicely into 10, into 11, and then in towards the corner at turn 12, just before the hotel. Exo going slightly deep into that hotel section as these top 6 are running line astern. 10 to go once they cross the finish line here, and this is going to be pretty interesting. Next lap is where DRS gets turned on. Roman isn't too far away. A lot of respect being given by each of these drivers to not make contact and stay clear of each other.
Pretty impressive to see that Samatico's actually managed to keep them behind for another lap so far, but I think now maybe a bit more difficult. It seems like he's got such a good exit there, Nathan. They're so much faster in that corner there. So
he's closing, he's going to make a move. Or at least he thought about it for a brief moment. Can he make it into 6?
Bird is a little
careful for Shaggy. He's side by side with him. He's going to lose distance to the top 2 as well. A little bit of contact there from the Mercedes. Not ideal there for Bird.
Maybe just Shaggy just trying to nudge him a little bit so that he loses time to his teammate, who is in 2nd place at the moment. Oh, look at the exit he has then. No, he can't make the move though. Not yet. Tell you what, for 8-lap-old mediums, 11-lap-old mediums now, he's doing very well so far, yeah.
Well, yeah, don't forget about 3 of those are under safety car, so we'll say...
8 laps.
We'll say they're still 8 laps old.
Yeah,
so it's, you know, it's not as dramatic as we're making it out, but it's still, you know, slightly worn mediums on brands compared to brand spanking new soft. It's not a situation anybody is wanting it to be in, and that is exactly where Samaticos has put himself. Here goes Bird. I thought he was going to go for it on the inside of 5.
Look around the outside, goes
careful for Shaggy. Outside of 5's a brave move. But definitely cannot make it work. Now, big question: how much is Samatic going to lose? As
look at Bird.
Do they go 3 wide? Bird goes off track, hits the braking marker. They're going to go side by side at the front. McIntyre goes to the lead, back on board with Bird, and here is the championship battle. This is going to decide if Bird can claim it tonight. Not quite able to do it into turn 9 this time, but next time is very much an opportunity.
So Nathan brilliantly getting the lead, and now he's going to try his damn best to get away from them and try and get the win. If Samaticos can keep Bird behind for a couple more corners or even laps, then Nathan has pretty much sealed himself away from everyone else. But that depends if mad scenes happen at the back.
Well, anything could happen at the back. We've got quite a lot of drivers at the back. Shaggy just off the podium at the moment, but don't forget there is penalties to be handed out for 3 of the top 4. So they really need to keep running and getting away from Samaticos so that he doesn't claim that win and let the championship go on to Portimao. Back end sliding there for Bird.
He's splashing already, that's not good.
Who is on fuel?
No, on DRS deployment.
Here we go. Bird is ahead of Samatic Coast, so that puts him in the lead and, well, could let him claim the championship tonight, but don't forget, there is 3 seconds worth of penalty, so he does need to pull out. What is that? 2 and a bit seconds over the next 7 laps, which doesn't seem too difficult because Somatic Coast has dropped another position to Shaggy as well. So that is another position lost for Somatic Coast. He's going to do his damn best to make it work. Careful for Rookie. I thought he was going to try and go around the outside of 10 and 11. That would have been a brilliant move. You can make that stick. But not tonight. Right, we're going to jump to leader. So that then it's easier to figure out how far these guys are from each other. As in between positions. Currently a second of a gap between Bird and Somatic Coast. He still needs to pull out a decent bit. Starting 52 of 58, 7 to go. Championship could be clinched tonight. All that Bird needs to do is pull out a bit of an extra gap to Somatic Coast. Can Bird make a move down in towards turn 5? Looks, but can't fly through. Down the back straight in towards turn 6. We're going back on board with the Mercedes of Shaggy currently in 3rd place. DRS is doing its job. There's one move. Could we see another from Shaggy as well? He's going to go down the same place where Bird did. Bird has got the lead at the moment. It's a gap of 1.5 from himself to Somatic Coast. As we see, we're on board
Look
with
how much he's
Shaggy.
pulled away already.
He pulled away quite a decent bit. Can Shaggy make a move on Nathan? No, but Exo and Somatic Coast are swapping position. Around the outside goes Exo. This is exactly not what Somatic needs, because otherwise he's going to constantly lose time and positions. He's up to 2 seconds of a loss to the top guys. As Exo has finally got past one of his championship contenders, but he seems to be too far away from the other. Let's look back up to the front of the field. Bird and Nathan are going to keep battling down in towards turn 1, 6 to go.
Bird having to slide out of that final corner is really pushing the limits of that car. Nathan is not letting him get away with that very easily, so yeah, so I think still can't tell who's going to win today. Anyone can win in the top 7 at the moment if anything happens.
Well, realistically, we could, for once, see a Rookie win, because the top 3 are going to get penalties, and Rookie is the first man who doesn't have a penalty. So this could be, believe it or not, a Rookie win.
Do not jinx him, my guy. Please don't. I want to see it happen.
I'm not jinxing anything. I'm saying it could. I'm not saying it will. I'm saying it could. Being the key, crucial word in that statement. On board with Nathan. He's in 2nd place currently, right behind Bird, who does seem, should he be able to pull out an extra half second on Somatic, be able to clinch the championship with 1 to go tonight. In towards turn 9, 53rd time of asking. Shaggy is closing up very nicely on the back of his teammate, but I don't think he's going to make a move, because otherwise they're going to lose a lot of time to Rookie, and Rookie is a damn good racer in and of himself. Through under the hotel for the 53rd. Oh, I thought there was a bit of a slide there for Nathan. I thought he lost a little bit of time, but he
did run wide. Yeah,
lost. Yeah. Ooh, that is Nathan on the curbing. Hello. That's not how you're meant to do that.
He's lost a lot of time with that as well.
And crucially, it briefly was 3 seconds between Somatic Coast and Bird, but it's just jumped back up to it now. So should the checkered flag fly now, it would be Bird as champion.
Who's going to win this, though? Who's going to win the race?
And crucially also, Nathan McIntyre has got the fastest lap. So even if Somatic Coast was able to pull out all the stops and go for fastest lap, he wouldn't be able to, because he'd lose position to Roman, and that would cement losing the championship, and fastest lap might not work. So it could be a gamble all for nothing. There goes Exo and Rookie side by side. And now this is another thing that I didn't actually consider. Exo could still fight for the championship. They are on equal points to Somatic and Exo. So while Bird has got the time on Exo, on Somatic, he hasn't got that time on Exo. It's only 2.1 seconds. So the championship could still roll on to the roller coaster next week.
Oh my god, I can't. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen today.
I'm not sure what's going to happen either, but I tell you what, it's going to be a cracker of the final 4 laps. 55 of 58 left to go. It's 2.4 between Bird and Exo as they head down towards turn 5 for the 55th time in this race. It's been a hell of a race, and I can't wait to see what happens next. On board with Shaggy, he's almost to abreast with his teammate. He's trying to force his front wing any which way that he can, but he can't do it down towards turn 6 this time around. Roman has overtaken Somatic Coast, so Somatic Coast's chances of a championship, well, they've sort of gone up all up in flames, really, as we're watching Shaggy come towards turn 9. Can he make a move on his teammate? Does he dare make a move on his teammate? Not quite able to do so. Stays in 3rd place. But again, should the checkered flag go now, he's not going to pick up that podium that he so desperately wants and some would argue deserves.
True. He does. I think he does deserve one, yeah. But still
Some,
the 3
some of
laps to
course,
go.
being Angelo.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
3 to go. This is a crucial 3 laps for championship lead. He has 1 hand, 4 fingers, and almost a 5th on the trophy. But we're watching these 2 Mercedes run nose to tail. Oh, I thought Shaggy was going to go try outside of 5. He's tried it before. It's not worked. It's not going to really work to this time around. Need a little bit more grip. But here he goes down the back straight.
All of them are
towards
flashing.
turn 6. They're all flashing. They're all sort of low on battery, trying to regain whatever they can. But Shaggy is in 2nd place on the road. But Nathan defends going inside of 6. That's a brilliant defence from Nathan. We go on board with the other Mercedes, the blue strip for Nathan. And that really does look to have worked.
Oh, look at Ricky License around the outside.
Oh,
he's
forced wide!
Oh, there's a crash. One of the Mercedes is out. Nathan is out. They made contact and he's run wide. Straight on into the wall. He's out of the race now. Nathan,
I'm not sure if that's
man.
possibly a controller disconnect or something, because
He lost the
I mean,
car.
it's-
He lost the
it's
car
not-
after he made contact with...
yeah, but he would have been able to regain that. There's so much tarmac, you could run all the way to fucking Saudi Arabia.
Oh, Nathan is told, yeah, controller unplugged, so that's what
Yeah.
happened.
There was no turning from that at all. Absolutely nothing. No, no action in any of that sort of stuff. So, Christ.
Thanks to that, the gap has gone up to 2.8 between EXO and Bird, and rookie licenses are being put under massive pressure by EXO, who has a bit more ERS available to him, so
He's going to make a move for 3rd place, which will most likely, should things go as they are, which will lead to a win. So don't discount the South African. I know we were discounting him at the start, but again, anything could happen here at ERC. The gap is 2.1, so again, this would lead to an EXO rookie Bird podium. Some veterans making a hell of a statement, as Somatic Coast has gone all in for the fastest lap attempt, but I don't think that's going to make anything sort of try and push his championship chances anywhere near what he would want coming up to start the final lap of the race here at Abu Dhabi. In the famous words of David Croft, 3.2 miles of racing action all the way to the checker. Starts with, pardon me, Shaggy and Bird tussling for what will be 3rd place as they head over the top of the hill down towards turn 5. Whoever is first out of this battle does get that final podium spot. As we're going down the back straight in towards turn 6, Shaggy does go for the move, so he has taken the race lead at this moment. Bird gets very close to making contact on his very, very good friend. as they head into turn 6, turn 7, final run down towards turn 9. Of course, a very popular opportunity for an overtake. Is he close enough? I'm not sure he is. He's getting closer. He's going to go to the inside, to the outside. Where's he going? To the inside, into turn 9. Final opportunity. Shaggy hangs it around the outside. Can he make it work? Yes, he does. So that is a brilliant defence there from the Mercedes as they head in towards 11 and 12 for the final time in this race. Under the lights, under the hotel, a brilliant defence from Shaggy. He's going to take it on the road, but because penalties and all the stuff that's happened in this race, he's not going to win once the penalties have come through. So Shaggy wins it on the road, but crucially, EXO wins it here at Abu Dhabi. Oh my word.
So we have a championship to decide next week instead of today. We got really close to it, painfully close, but wasn't enough, unfortunately, with the penalties. What a race. What a finish. Wasn't expecting that.
And Somaticos did pick up fastest lap there at the end. I don't think you can say driver of the day anything other than EXO, really.
Yeah. I mean, rookie license also deserves, rookie also deserves driver of the day.
Yeah, I think
he almost won. He almost won. So
I mean, listen, I'll be honest. I was counting him out at the start of the race, but again, as we all know, anything, and I mean anything, can happen here at ERC. And that ending, those final 20 laps, have proven exactly that. I'm not sure what to say, other than congrats EXO on the win. Championship chances, though slim, are still alive. I think the gap is probably going to be about 16 points going into Portimao, which is very much surmountable, but not very easy. Rookie in second place, so close to a rookie masterclass. And Shaggy finally, someone say, gets his podium this season. Bird in fourth. Has to wait until next week to claim the championship. Roman in fifth, and Somaticos does pick up the fastest lap in sixth place. Everybody else DN. Well, Nathan technically finishes in seventh, but everybody else DNF'd. I'm still recovering. I'm sure you are.
Yes.
And if you want another bout of a full distance Abu Dhabi action, Sunday night on the main international _ paddock account is where you're going to find it, with one-shot quali this time. So that's going to be very interesting. Be sure to also tune in on here next week as well, because we've got the championship decider between the two South Africans, as we've seen many a time through our ERC history. That's going to be, again, live Thursday at 8 p.m. British time, 9 p.m. Central European. So be sure not to miss that. But in the meantime, it's a goodbye from Angelo.
Goodbye, everyone. Have a good week.
And it's a goodbye from me as well. I mean, I can't really. I'm still recovering from that, I'll be honest. But we'll see you all next week. Bye bye.
Bye.